Thank you all for joining us today for our Employee of the Month ceremony for January 2019 as we honor Mr. Derek Challenger out of the City Attorney's Office. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, dignitaries. The Employee of the Month ceremony is to recognize service to the community and the city, and Mr. Challenger has exemplified a top quality employee here for the city of Portsmouth. First, we're going to welcome our city manager's office, Mr. LaVorce Pace, our deputy city manager, for a few remarks. Thank you.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to say welcome to everyone from the City Manager's Office. Unfortunately, Dr. Patton couldn't be here, but she has a previous engagement. And so as one of the Deputy City Managers, I was drafted to come and do this. But I'm happy to do this because this is one of our colleagues and floor colleagues. So Derek Challenger is, from what I know of him, he's always been a very jovial type person. You never find him in a down mood. He's always very happy and cheery, has a great big smile. And the fact that he's been given this particular award shows his abilities as an exemplary employee. And we want to thank him for the work that he's done. Now, I was here for a long time and never became Employee of the Month. The threat in doing this is that every time you all ask me to do it, I'm going to remind you that I was never an Employee of the Month. But I am happy about everybody who gets it, and it's a wonderful award to be received from the city, to be honored for the work that you do in providing services not only to fellow employees but also to our citizens of Portsmouth. This is really admirable, and we thank him for the work that he does and how he provides services internally and externally. So let's give him a hand. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Pace. And now we will have Mr. Solomon Ashby, the city attorney, to give a few remarks.
Need me to come up?
No. Much like Mr. Pace, I am most appreciative to be here for this occasion. But I have to say, and I must admit to my colleagues, there's been many days that I came into the city hall downstairs and looked at that picture on the wall, and I asked myself, well, when is the city attorney's office going to get Employee of the Month? And I explained to myself as I was having that discussion, you go by and there's a new city employee of the month. I said to myself, well, maybe we're too small. Maybe we're a little too invisible. But some people and some work and some folks' personalities can't be contained within the boundaries of their job description and what they do. And Derek Challenger is certainly that person. He has exceeded the bounds. He is dedicated. He is both expeditious in what he does. He's resourceful. He's efficient, and he's very kind. And I did that little D-E-R-E-K. So I, too, join with Mr. Pace. That is who he is, and although his office hours are generally 8 to 5, he never fails to conduct his work in such a fashion to let you know that he is working after the hours for his departments and for the individuals here that he has within his line of duty. And I just simply want to say congratulations to Derek. This honor is well deserved. And on behalf of the City Attorney's Office, we have this small memento, non-cash memento, so that he will recognize on those days when he is serving the citizens of Portsmouth in his departments, and they are not so gracious and kind, and they don't remember that he's the Employee of the Month, that we know that he does great work, and we still appreciate him each and every day for what he does.
So I got another question because I just read where it says you're a self-taught meteorologist. I got one question. Is it going to snow this weekend?
Thank you for your remarks. Thank you for your remarks, Mr. Ashby. As we continue, I'm about to bring up the person who nominated Derek. Derek doesn't know who this person is, and I would like to bring up Director of Information Technology, Mr. Daniel Jones. Derek Jones is nominated.
Good afternoon, everyone. I echo all the previous comments that's been made for and on behalf of Mr. Challenger. As Mr. Ashby said, the thoroughness, the thoughtfulness, the insight, the intellect, we go on and on and on. The responsiveness is of the utmost tier quality that you could expect. Sometimes I think we're on some type of mind-meld. We send emails back and forth, we trace phone calls, and we're on the same page. Your service delivery just to IT has been invaluable, which I'm sure it is to the other departments as well. So with that, that's why you've excelled and exemplified everything of what it means to be the Employee of the Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. And before I bring up Mr. Challenger, I just want to say that through this process, he has been entirely humble. He was very surprised and at the same time very respectful and humbled by this award. Talking with him, speaking with him during the interview, taking his picture, and just kind of setting up this entire process has been a pleasure of mine to have met him and to have joined with him in this event. So now I want to bring up Mr. Challenger to give a few words to us as well. Mr. Challenger.
Thank everybody for coming. First of all, even though I was a selected Employee of the Month, I really wasn't the Employee of the Month. I am the beneficiary of a very good office. I have been entrusted with, for instance, the city treasurer's work. And I can honestly say that, like, for instance, the support staff, Marietta, Renita, Kristen, they make me look good. I went to court today. I had 4 folders of stuff for this particular hearing. It was done not by me. You know, I was the beneficiary of them doing that work. And even though I'm the person that's receiving the award, it wouldn't happen without that type of work. So I really appreciate that. I also like to thank Mr. Ashby. I think he is very good at finding what motivates people, as well as putting them in a position to succeed. And so when I started working for Mr. Ashby, the first thing that came to my mind was former collegiate athlete. And so sometimes it's not even just a typical employer-employee relationship. I look at him sometimes as a coach. And we're here on a team playing a game, because that's kind of what motivates me. So I think Mr. Ashby deserves a lot of this credit as well, because he knows how to motivate the employees that he has for them to do what it takes for them to do the job that they have. So all those reasons, I like to thank our office. Our office is a very collegial office. We have people who are willing to help you with stuff that you never done before. I've only been in city government for 2.5 years. There's stuff that I come across on a day-to-day basis that I've never seen before. So people like Jeff, for instance, I've been to his office many times, sent many emails saying, hey, what am I supposed to do? And he graciously lets me know. Burrow lets me know. So our office is the reason why I'm the Employee of the Month. I really appreciate the recognition, and I also appreciate the opportunity to serve the citizens of Portsmouth. And I also appreciate you guys coming today to share in this recognition. I really appreciate it. So thank you again.
I'm going to step away from the mic, so I'm going to project. The presentation of awards, what we have for Mr. Challenger, on behalf of the city clerk's office, we have a prepackaged bag with gifts. We also have the Employer of the Month plaque that we will post downstairs on our first floor. Mr. Challenger will receive this plaque after the next Employer of the Month is selected. We have a gift basket from our office, $100 in your next check, administrative day off upon using this, a plant from Portsmouth Floral, and a Portsmouth umbrella as well. In the basket, we have a tumbler and a few Portsmouth promotional items as well as a wellness gift for you as well. So I know you like to stay in shape, so I got one of those fitness trackers in there for you to try to mess with, right? And just on behalf of our office and of the city, thank you so much for what you do. Really, you said it before, you really value being a public servant. And in terms of city government, city employees, we're all public servants in that fashion. We all serve someone, regardless of whether it's the community, external or internal customers. So we all work together to make the city run and thrive. So thank you all for your contributions as well. And then may we all continue to follow Mr. Challenger's example of teamwork and congruency. And then thank you just for being here. I want to make sure I recognize everyone who's in the room. We have our city treasurer, Mr. Paige Cherry, here. Am I missing anyone? Mr. Derek, City Assessor, Mr. Bill Burr, Mr. Doug Weller, our grants officer in the back there, and our CFO, Michelle Spivey. Yes, ma'am. So we got finance in the building, IT in the building, city attorney in the building, marketing in the building all day. Thanks for marketing, really. Thanks, Aaron. Aaron always sets me up with the mic. Thanks for Parks and Rec for setting up our podium. It's really just a team effort. We really all work together to make this place flow. So thank you all for being here. We have some refreshments provided by the City Attorney's Office. Thank you, Mr. Nita, for your organizational pieces in this aspect. And just enjoy. Thank you so much. And am I cool to close? And we're going to close out and just enjoy each other. And thank you again, Mr. Challenger, for your hard work. And thank you. All right. Thanks, Mr. Hey, how you doing now?
Hi, how are you?
Good.